Another one? What's with these guys?
Hey, hello everyone. Of course, welcome to Red United TV. It's your boy Ivorian Spice, and we are back at it again with the latest Manchester United news, guys, because there's so much shit that's taking place so far. First of all, before we even get started, I just want to apologize for those who was expecting something on Wednesday. You know, your boy Ivorian Spice just couldn't meet the requirement on that day because of so many things. But of course, it's your weekly. It's Monday. We're back live on Thursday as well. Normal time. I did tell you guys before that I had a lot of crap to get done, a lot of things to sort out. But since you guys are here right now, make sure you smash that like button first of all. You know what I mean, guys? It's always helpful to smash that like button and get this across as many platforms as you can. And of course, make sure you subscribe to Red United TV. Those who are here, you know what we're here to talk about. That fucking guy Ratcliffe, bruv. Sir Ratcliffe, bruv. Sheik Jassim. We got so much. We're uncovering so much. We're going into it. We're seeing what is going to happen regarding Manchester United. You know, regarding the Sheik Jassim as well, and also Sir Jimmy Ratcliffe allegedly 25% takeover to complete. You know, we're gonna dive into that. We're gonna go into a little story background as always. Remember to, of course, subscribe, follow Red United TV on Instagram, and of course, follow Red United TV on Twitter, which is myself personally, Ivorian_Spice. And last but not least, follow Red United TV on Twitch and also Rumble and Kick as well, man. Big up to everyone that's just tuning in today. I didn't just go straight to the comments. I see you all. Everyone's tuning in. Big up to Jesse Uptown, my guy. Big up Ivorian Spice. You know, I know you guys are pissed off like the way I'm pissed off. I'm so annoyed, just like the way you guys are annoyed. Big up Stephanie as well for tuning in as well. You know, big up my guy as well, Ola. Get me. Make sure everyone subscribe to the football family as well. Like the video, share across all social media platforms. I'm live across everywhere, man. Live on Twitch, live on YouTube, live on Rumble, and we're live on the Facebook as well group, and also Facebook page for Red United TV. Yeah. Big up to Darren Sen as well. This is the so-called new ownership. It's no different from the Glazers. That's what Darren is saying right now. Darren's also saying the real reason why they didn't sell to the Qatari is political and bias. I'm probably with you, you know. And also religion, you know. There might be something to play for, because I always tell you before, Sky Sports champion this bullshit guy, Ratcliffe, Sir Ratcliffe, the rat himself, man. Just look at his face. If you see my thumbnail, Look at his blood clot face, man. He really pisses me off, you know. That rat man, Ratcliffe, bruv. I can't believe he got the opportunity to get what he wanted, you know. And again, if you want to sleep with the fishes, sleep with the devils, by all means, do your thing in it, Ratcliffe. But guys, let's go straight into it because let me just give you the background first before how we got here, how we got from our favorite Mr. Qatar, Sheik Jassim, being the favorite, and then ending up having this waste man, Sir Jimmy Ratcliffe. Let me give you a little background story because, of course, background story really matters, man. And let me go straight to Fabrizio Romano, who first tweeted this out, and it hurt my feelings. When we saw this getting tweeted out, it really, really hurt my feelings. I was like, fuck no. Like, don't do this to me. Like, don't do this. Like, this is not what we wanted. No. We was going Kevin like, no. And this happened on Saturday night. You know, it's not good when things are happening on Saturday. And you guys know every international break, there's always a little something with Manchester United, you know. It's always keeping up at Carrington. Keeping up at Carrington never fails to seize, demise, everything, you know. Smash that like button, of course. Subscribe to Red United TV. We're about to dive in to all sorts, man. I've been depressed for the last couple of days, Manchester United fans. I've been extremely depressed with the news that came out. But let's go straight to Fabrizio Romano's. When he first tweeted it, you know how it is, guys. I go through the news, I react to it as well. I give you my opinions, I read through it as well for those who are new to the show and never been on the show and wondering how this runs. I go through the news, as always, and give you my opinion. Make sure for those who are on Rumble follow as well. But let's go straight in it. Let's kick into it, man, because I ain't got time to waste. Let's go straight to it. So let's start it off. As you can see, let me zoom in so you guys get a clearer picture because your boy Ivorian Spice is really pissed off with today's news. And look at that. I've even taken a haircut or shave or anything like that, shape up, because it's been stressful. It's been really stressful, you know. I wanted a clean Man United so I can get a clean cut and everything, get rid of all of these diseases that's there, you know. But yes, here it is. On the 14th of October, Fabrizio Romano tweets out, exclusive, Sheik Jassim has had further discussions with the Glazers family to buy 100% of the Manchester United. Further discussion. Sheik Jassim's bid and proposition has been rejected again by the Glazers family. As a result, they rejected it, you know. As a result, Sheik Jassim informed the Glazers that he's ready to withdraw from the process. I reckon they wanted way more because there's so much news regarding that, because I heard they wanted more than what's the actual value. And you can, I'll be honest with you, Sheik Jassim has offered twice the amount from what I've read. Seriously, from what I've read, he has offered twice the amount. And let's go here. It says, Fabrizio Romano says, exclusive story on Manchester United takeover. Glazers informed of Sheik Jassim's decision. He has withdrawn from the process. So he was in direct contact with those parasites. Direct contact with those parasites, you know. Final bid on it to be almost double than $3.5 billion. So that's like close to what? Bruv, almost 7 billion, close to 8, yeah. With a 1.5 billion extra investment was planned. So that's close to 8.5 billion, you know. 8.5 billion in total, you know, to clear the debt, to wipe off all the debt, to reinvest into the infrastructure of this club, to reinvest into the squad, the training ground, the stadium, the academy, the women's team. So the women's team doesn't have to walk 10 or 15 minutes to go to the toilet. You know what I mean? They can have a toilet right next to their training ground. I'm so annoyed. I've had it up to there when it comes to the Glazers, you know. They can suck on a lemon, you know. They really can suck on a lemon. They're parasites. They are fucking leeches, bro. Yes, let's go back straight to it. Let's continue to go. So, again, Sheik Jassim has committed an additional initial amount of over 1.5 billion for Manchester United, not the sellers. Yeah, it was ready to finance a new stadium plan, new training center facilities, buys new players, city community regeneration project. As someone who runs this government, especially for the Manchester community. Wouldn't you favor that? That means this guy is looking to improve and regenerate the, the community. You know, that means offer more jobs to the community as well, providing more jobs. What is Sir Jim Ratcliffe doing? Putting money into the Glazers' pocket. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, guys? Where's offering job? You know, there's a lot of people that's just jobless right now, especially after the whole corona pandemic and everything. People still don't have jobs. They're looking for jobs. And these guys were saying, Wallahi, Wallahi, if I buy Manchester United, I will create jobs for everyone in Manchester. Wallahi, Wallahi, my brother and sister. Wallahi. But what they say, no. So again, Sky Sports champion Sir Jim Ratcliffe, this right here. So again, Fabrizio tweeted that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is now ready to buy 25% of Manchester United in the next days after Sheik Jassim left the deal. Man United Board will vote on the 25% stake bid in the next days. You know, it's Monday now, everyone's back in the office. Jim Ratcliffe wants sporting control of further major ownership after the initial 25%. That 25% ain't going to buy you nothing, bro. No, it's just going to get you a stake in the place, open the door for you. But really and truly, where's this money going into? Let's continue reading. There was more that followed up after that because it was hard for us to take. It was hard to take. So Fabrizio again on Sunday morning, he tweets out, make sure you smash that like button, guys, and share across all social media platforms. Sheik Jassim believed he would have been the dream owner of Manchester United, guys. Fully cash bid, no loan, no credit, no IOUs. Cash money records, bruv. Cash, stone cold cash that will make you lose your mind. Imagine getting 8 billion in cash, or was it 7 billion in total and 1.5 billion in cash? I've never seen that. I don't even know if they give that to you in 50s, 20s. Do you know what kind of bundles they're giving you? It's peak. You know, I don't even know if you need to have a bodyguard that comes and transports the money for you. Like someone from the military has to probably give you that money in cash. You know, because those circle guys that drive those bully vans, they can't deliver that. They need surveillance as well. They're always asking for feds, and feds never follow them, and they get robbed. 8 billion or 7 billion in cash. I don't even know how you get to that money to that man, all in cash, bro. Wire transfer, I don't know what you're going to do. But he was never borrowing any money. He was going to give that to you. He's going to say, big man thing, check your account right now. The money's there. Within a blink of an eye, the money's there, man. I'll get to your comments, guys. I will get to your comments because there's so much to cover. Oh, Paul Clement finally got a new job. Wow. Let's continue scrolling up because there was more. So, again, Sir Jim Ratcliffe expected to have control of football and sporting operation over the 25% majority stake and will be confirmed. Key days ahead, yeah. Well, I think this is where we start from, yeah, because we'll come back to Sir Jim Ratcliffe because I want to go to the article. Let me go straight to the comments first of all. Because guys, I want to know what you guys are feeling, what you guys are thinking right now. Because I'm so pissed off. Let me go straight to the chats now. Big up to those who watch in the chats, man. Big up to Jesse Uptime. Always Jesse Uptime, Stephanie. Always here showing love to Ivorian Spice. You know, one of the few people that always jumps on when I'm online. You know, and always posts up their comments and thoughts and just keep me engaged and entertained. Big up Darian as well. Darian, subscribe. I think you subscribed already, man. But yes, honestly, Ivorian, Ratcliffe is better than nothing. No. I agree with you. There were a few positive, and I will cover the positive, guys, because it's better than nothing. At least he's got something. We got someone that's willing to that supports the club and willing to improve the sporting project of the club. You know, improve the club. So that's the only positive. But hey, we'll see. 25%. How much of a say can you have? So I don't think you can. I don't think you can have that much of a say with 25%. It's mad. It's crazy. It's crazy. So hearing what the Qataris could have done hurts me. You know, when you read that, guys, it hurts. They could have just basically start all over again. It's like someone going through a mad experience in one town, yeah, or in London, and decided to just relocate into Milton Keynes to start life again, or relocate to Mexico to start life again. Clean, Clean start. Nobody know who you are. Nobody knows your name. Nobody knows what you did. Whether you did an M charge or anything like, nobody knows who you are. You changed your name and everything. Clean sheet, clean start. You know, some of the stuff that Andre Onana can't get, a clean sheet consistently. But yes, Jesse Upton says women football teams has to go to Sports Village to kick ball. Nice peek out here, you know. Darius also says that he was also going to clear all debts that the Glazers made. Yep. 25% says Jesse Uptown says 25% is like renting from Selfridges and you have to keep the tags on. It's true, man. It's true. You know what I mean? Like layaway settings, you know. Darren says he's just going to do what the Glazers are doing, taking out money and not putting it in. I hope that's not the case because he has to really invest. So let me go back to the article that I wanted to go to. Let me first find it. This came from Guardian. Where is the Guardian? Let me close that. Oh, this is not one of those things that you had not for. But guys, yeah, man. Smash that like button, guys. Share across social media platform. We want at least 10 minimum likes, man. 10 likes at least, man. As we are right now. Let me check my likes right now. 7 likes so far. 3 more likes and we're good to go. So let's start it off right there. Sheik Jassim pulls out of the race to buy Manchester United. Sheik Jassim pulls out of the race to buy Manchester United from the Glazers. Obviously, this article delves more into the details about what's happened. So again, let's go straight to Sheik Jassim bin Hamid Al Tahini. You know, I have to pronounce Hamid Al Tahini has informed Manchester United owners that the Glazers that he has withdrawn from the process to buy the club, viewing their valuation as highly unrealistic when he offered double the amount when compared to his 5 billion plus final offer. This leaves Sir Jim Ratcliffe as the only and other publicly declared interest potential purchaser. It hurts me when I read this, guys, because I'm so annoyed. The decision will come as bitter blow to the largely continuity of United supporters who remain deeply unhappy, with the Glazers owners due to nearly 1 billion debt of the club has been saddled with. The Qatari billionaire offered was a cash bid for 100% stake, guys, and guaranteed further funds to completely clear the debt. This is what Manchester United funds wanted. Manchester United fund wanted a debt-free Manchester United, where we're not restricted and restrained, where we don't have to worry about financial fair play, because right now, Manchester United are worrying about financial fair play. You saw it during the summer that we needed to sell in order to buy because of the financial fair play. And on top of that, Manchester United, I think they got hit with a fine from FFP. So that's not a good sign. And you know, I've always said it before. When has Manchester United ever been in that situation where they had to sell to buy? Never in my life have I seen this Manchester United. That's when I started calling Manchester United a broke club. I believe we're a broke club. We are a broke club anyway. So the Qatari billionaire offered was a cash bid for 100% stake and guaranteed further funds to completely clear the debt. United are valued is at about 3.2 billion. That's 2.63 billion pounds, $3.2 billion. But you want 10 billion, close to 10 billion. The value of the club is 2.63. You know what? If something costs £2, I guarantee you wouldn't pay £8 for it, you know, because you know that thing costs £2. And if I've seen in the price that they say I can buy this for £2, but this says £8, the real value is £2. You're bumping me. You will never buy it at all. You will never outspend, no matter how much you loved it and you want it. You wouldn't spend that much, man. I just think they're just extortions, you know, extortionating the thing. Oh, my phone. Shit. Extortion. And I hate people like that. Greedy, greedy cows. Just to say it in a nice way. Guys, because I'm fuming. With Sheik Jassim offer close to double that amount, guys, as I said before. Yeah, after further recent discussion, the Glazers made it clear that asking price for Sheik Jassim pulled out after what source close to him described as fanciful and outlandish valuation. He has also pledged a further 1.7 billion to finance transfers, plans for the new stadium and training centers, facilities, plus cities and community regeneration projects. So, like I said before, he was looking to make sure Manham had jobs, Manham was secured in their life, people that lived around the community of Manchester, especially the stadium, would have something, a job. He was willing to do that. And that leak that keeps on splashing on Bruno's eyes and Bruno makes wayward passes from the rooftop, he was going to fix that too. So Bruno wouldn't have to do some wild passes and all that kind of stuff. Marcus Rashford as well. No leaks dripping in his eyes to make the wrong move and all that kind of stuff. There's a time and a place to do that. Yes. So he's now out the process, and it pisses me off. It really, really grinds my gears, and it annoys me, guys. And I'm thinking, like, we could have done so much. We could do so much, It's so annoying. It really is. Anyway, let me get back to the comments. Let me get back to the comments, guys, because we're gonna move it up from Sheik Jassim pulling out, and of course, venture into the Sir Jim Ratcliffe. This whole proposal. What does this mean for Man United? Are we gonna go anywhere? Are we gonna progress? You know what I mean? What's gonna change for Manchester United? Who could potentially get a sack? You don't know. Smash that like button, guys, and subscribe to all platforms as well. We're back again. Like I said before, we are live again on Thursday for those who are watching. Your normal time, 5 o'clock. So let me go straight to the video. I just can't believe it. So we're moving on for that. Sir Jim Ratcliffe to complete. But let me get back to the comments. And then what's it called? I said Jesse Upton said 10 billion is evil. No wonder these men are related to Rothschilds. Trust me, these guys, Zionists, guys, masquerade wearers, mask wearers, secret society party wearers, these glazers, I see the imprint on his face on my what's it called? Joel and Avram. I see that they wear masks for secret society parties. I see the imprint, bro, on their face, just around there. If you ever take a zoom close look, on their faces, you'll actually clock that raw. You look like you joined those secret society parties, and you have someone on the table with their hands spread like that, ready to do a madness. You know what I mean? Starts with an S, finishes with ice. You guys know what I mean, guys. Smash that like button, guys. We're here to discuss it. We're going straight into it, like. And then, of course, let's go straight to Sir Jim Ratcliffe set to take control. Let's go to Cave as well from Sky Sports. I've got a video from Cave. He explains it into more details. Let's go.
Kaveh Solko's joining me because we're getting to that huge story that broke last night. Sheik Jassim's out of the bidding process. Jim Ratcliffe's closer to this 25%. What more can you tell us? I mean, we've been talking about this for a year almost, right? And here we are. I have to say, you kind of called this because you said about the Glazers. How realistic was this? Did they want to sell? Here we are. Jassim's out.
I mean, the Glazers ultimately are going to do what is best for them.
Yeah.
And they believe
the Glazers do whatever is best for them, which is okay, which is normal. Any business, anything, you put yourself first, right? But sometimes in this situation, you have to put the fans first.
that at the moment, the best thing to do is to sell 25% of Manchester United to Jim Ratcliffe for around £1.3 billion. As far as Sheik Jassim is concerned, I've been trying to get a sense this morning of whether there's any chance that he may come back in again. Is he bluffing? But I'm being told that no, this is it. He's out.
For those who thought that maybe he's just, playing tactics and then he's out and he's going to come back with the asking price, Carval is saying that nope, he's out. Remember, I read it before, guys. He had a direct conversation with the Glazers and it didn't end well. And he pulled out. He pulled out better than it. But to be fair, he pulled out like people's dick games, bro. It took too long for him to pull out, bro. He should have pulled out a long time ago, you know. Now they're heavily pregnant, you know.
He feels that the deal for Sir Jim Ratcliffe to buy 25% of United is going to be ratified by the United board this week. And as far as he's concerned, he did his best. He tried to bridge the gap between reality and lunacy on
He's
valuation.
talking about money, isn't he? Yeah.
He's talking about money. As far as he's concerned, he offered twice what Manchester United are worth according to their market capitalisation on the New York Stock Exchange.
You see that man was laughing at them like, yo, you're taking the piss. You're a test.
On top of that, he was willing to put in another £1.4 billion to improve the infrastructure on community projects, on the team as well. He feels that he did what he could, but ultimately it wasn't enough as far as the Glazers are concerned. And I think the sense in his camp is that the Glazers have really sort of wasted a lot of people's time, because if they just wanted to sell a minority stake, they could have done this privately.
Thank you, Carval. And that's one of the things I have to say. If the Glazers wanted to sell a minority stake, instead of entertaining selling the whole club 100%, then why didn't you just do that a long time ago, during the summer as well? Like, you could have got Sir Jim Ratcliffe in a long time ago if he was going to sell a minority stake. You know what I mean, guys? Or he was looking for just investors. Joke, man. Broke guys, bro. Broke guys. Broke billionaires. That's what I call them. Broke billionaires, bro. They don't really have money, bro. All they got is assets. And just take money from their assets. They're nothing. They're so American as well. It's a smart way to make money and make business. Why not? Using your money and using someone else's money. So American. Typical American.
A year ago, and the fans and the whole club privately, if they just wanted to sell a minority stake, they could have done this privately a year ago, and the fans and the whole club wouldn't have had to go through this whole process.
Playing devil's advocate, but do you think they deliberately priced it at such a high price to sort of ward off anyone that was serious about it? Because, I mean, like you say, it was a ridiculous amount that they wanted for this. So were they ever in the market of selling their club, ever?
I think they were in the market for selling the club if they got an outlandish valuation. I think what happened is they were spurred on what happened, almost 18 months ago now with Chelsea, when Chelsea were forced to basically be put up for sale. And Chelsea was sold for about £2.5 billion. The bank handling that sale said that they had an incredible amount of interest in selling Chelsea. There were all these billionaires out there.
Wasn't he in the
billionaires out there
it?
who were queuing up to buy Premier League clubs. So I think they convinced the Glazers to put United on the market. And then what happened is, in actual fact, we only ever had one serious bidder who wanted to buy 100% of the club. And
do you know what hurts the most here? It's that we only had one person. Yeah, she's right. Only one bidder. One bidder was looking to buy 100% Manchester United. If only if you had more. But just that they knew that this Glazers guy, they're joke men. We've been trying to buy Manchester United for a very long time. And these men really don't just want to sell. They just want a cut. Let me continue.
that was Sheik Jassim, one serious bidder who wanted to buy 100% of the club. And that was Sheik Jassim. And he wasn't going to bid against himself. He would tell you, if he ever speaks in public, that he offered double what United were worth, and that wasn't enough as far as the Glazers are concerned.
OK, so where does that leave us then? Because I was just speaking to a member of Mustard, you know, that it doesn't sound like they're going to be appeased with this situation of Sir Jim Ratcliffe having 25%. I mean, how much of an influence will he have over the club? And will this lead to him taking control eventually?
These are all the questions that need to be answered this
Just got to pause it there for the sake of copyright.
week. We will need to hear from Sir Jim Ratcliffe's camp. They've signed a non-disclosure agreement, so they haven't been able to say anything for 11 months. It'll be interesting to see what they have to say. Will they confirm that they will try to buy the whole club? Will they confirm what their vision is, what their ambition is for the future? How is their partnership with the Glazer family going to work? Who's going to be in charge? Who's going to call the shots? Will it be the Glazers or will it be Sir Jim Ratcliffe? Is So Dave Brailsford, for instance, going to be involved, somebody who works closely with Jim Ratcliffe. So there are lots of questions. And also, what is going to happen to Manchester United's debts? Before the Glazers arrived, United was a debt-free club. Their debts at the moment are up to almost £1 billion. Now, Sheik Jassim was on record as saying he would have cleared all those debts, and also his takeover would effectively have been a cash deal, so he wouldn't have.
See, Carver, I was just repeating the stuff that I just said right there, man. Clear the debt, reinvest into the club, infrastructure, everything.
Been borrowing money to take over would effectively have been a cash deal, so he wouldn't have been borrowing money to buy Manchester United. So we've got the situation. Where is this money coming from that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to put into the club? £1.3 billion. What is that money going to be used for? Is that going to go in the Glazers' back pocket, or will it be used to redevelop Old Trafford, to spend more on players? Also, I'm assuming that 33% of that money is going to have to go to shareholders who own the shares that are listed on the New York Stock Exchange. So 33% of that money is going straight away. So these are the kind of questions that United fans will want answered. What does Sir Jim Ratcliffe want to do? Is he going to be happy with just having 25% of the club? Does he want the whole club? Are we going to hear from the Glazers? What do they want to do? Because at the moment, what has happened seems to suit the Glazer family.
Absolutely right. What just happened seems to suit the Glazer family because they get to stay in. You know, it's just ridiculous. It's sickening, you know. Sick and greedy bastards. Greedy bastards.
At the moment, what has happened seems to suit the Glazer family, but I'm not sure it suits the future of Manchester United.
Just finally then, I think the fans are slightly concerned about what's going to happen. Like I say, there's lots of questions to be answered, isn't there? But in terms of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, you know, he's an incredibly wealthy businessman. You don't get that wealthy without being very savvy. Is this in any way a risk, do you think, to get in bed with the Glazers financially? I put you right on the spot, haven't I?
Well,
Sorry,
look,
Carvey.
you know, if ultimately he wants to buy the whole of Manchester United, and if the deal he signs with the Glazers has guarantees that they will sell the rest of their shares to him at a set price in the future, then there is a path to him owning 100% of Manchester United. Then I think a lot of United fans will be happy.
Yeah.
Because Jim Ratcliffe ticks a lot of boxes. As you said, he's a self-made billionaire. He's a Manchester United supporter. He was born not that far from Old Trafford. He is a local lad who's done well, extraordinarily well. He's a billionaire. He's one of the richest people in the UK. He has a track record of investing in sports as well.
Yes, Sir Jim Ratcliffe's got a track record. He's done a lot in sports, but he also owned Team Sky, the cycling company, which failed. He owns Nice as well, which are kind of doing well in the French leagues. They just beat PSG recently, so but that took a while for them to get to where they were to where they are now. So again, it wasn't like it was a success at the start. So I'm just a bit skeptical when it comes to him coming to Manchester United and doing things.
On the other side, you could say investing in sports as well. On the other side, you could say, well, he's tried to buy other clubs in the past.
Chelsea, didn't he?
He tried to buy Chelsea. I think he tried to buy Barcelona as well.
Chelsea.
He already owns Nice. He owns Lausanne. He's a tax exile who lives in Monaco. He's a very busy businessman with lots of different interests. How much time can he actually afford to give to Manchester United? These are the kind of questions that need to be answered. You know, no United fans are dancing in the streets of Manchester at the moment because I think the vast majority of them wanted a clean break with the Glazers, and that is not happening at the moment.
You need to sit down with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, don't you, really? Hope he answers his phone to you.
There he goes there. There you have it, Carvey, having his opinions and thoughts on the whole takeover. And guys, let me go back into Manchester United must as well also made their statement. But they were really pissed off as well that the Manchester United must, you know, if you didn't, maybe if you did a bit more must, you would have done better. So must says, Manchester United supporters trust statement on Sheik Jassim leaving the process. It would be widely optimistic to think that Glazers are acting in the interest of supporters or making ownership decisions which don't center on their own priorities. We call upon all parties to put Manchester United's interest before their own interest. If the reports are true regarding Ineos obtaining a 25% stake in our club, there's a number of questions which needs clarity before supporters can make any judgment on its merit. That's the Manchester United Trust, the must group. The must group. See that United under the Glazers versus United under Ineos. Same shit, different asshole. It's true. It's true. Same shit, different assholes. Let me see if there's any more. There's a second part to it, which there isn't. So that's the Moss group saying what they had to say. They're clearly not happy. Like I'm annoyed. Like I'm pissed off. Like I'm really peed off with the whole situation. So let's go back to what's going on now. What Sir Jim Ratcliffe is buying. What's he looking to invest into as well? Let's look at the second video that I have for you guys. What's time now? Let me see what the time is. Let's see where we are. No, we're in good time. Perfect timing. Let me just make sure that that for this is done. We're just going to go into another Sky Sports as well. Sir Jim Ratcliffe set to take control of Manchester United football operation. Let's see what they have to say, the news regarding that. Smash that like button, guys, and share across all social media platforms. There's about over 110 of you guys watching and streamed in today. So make sure you subscribe to Red United TV. Jump onto Red United TV on YouTube. Subscribe there. Follow Red United TV on Twitch. Follow Red United TV on Kick. Follow Red United TV on Rumble. Follow Red United TV 1 on Instagram. You know what I mean, guys? We're live Thursday and we're live on Saturday for watch along against our next opponent. And I think we are playing Sheffield Wednesday or something like that. Sheffield United. Yeah, 7:40 UK time. Be there. You know what I mean? And of course, on Sunday, 8 p.m. we've got the catch-up review show. So yeah, guys, let's do this. So as I was saying, back to that video that I wanted to show you. Let's get it.
Off the field. Now to another tumultuous week at Old Trafford, this time off the field. Sheik Jassim pulled out of the running to take over Manchester United, leaving Sir Jim Ratcliffe clear to purchase 25% of the club. Our chief reporter, Kaveh Solokol, has been across the developments. So how close is Sir Jim Ratcliffe to this minority stake he wants?
Well, I think it could all be sorted by Thursday. That's when there's going to be a board meeting at Manchester United. And that could end up with this proposed deal being ratified. And I think what would then happen is that Sir Jim Ratcliffe would have operational control as far as football matters are concerned at Manchester United. And this would be a first step towards him having full control of the club and buying more shares from the Glazers and also some more of the shares that are listed on the New York Stock Exchange. But I mean, speaking to people in football, this is a very strange development, because if what we're expecting to happen happens, you're going to have a situation where somebody who only owns 25% of a club is going to be calling the shots as far as football matters are concerned.
So 25% is saying that he will be calling all those shots as far as football matters concerned, but the commercial side, you don't need to do anything about that. He doesn't need to worry about that. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
So he could bring his own people calling the shots as far as football matters are concerned. So he could bring his own people in. He could bring in a new sporting director. He may decide that Erik ten Hag is not the right man to take Manchester United forward. I'm not suggesting that's what he does, but if he has full control.
Hey, listen, you better not decide that Erik ten Hag's not the right man. Let us decide that and see if he's not the right man. Jokers.
Control of football matters, then he would be making those kinds of decisions. I think when this whole process started 11 months ago, United fans wanted some answers. They wanted some clarity. They wanted to have a future without the Glazers. And that's not what they're getting. Whatever happens this week, even if Sir Jim Ratcliffe comes in and buys 25%, it is still going to be a messy situation. And I fear there will be more questions than answers going forward.
You use the word clarity there, and people will ask the question, well, what changes? Because arguably the Glazers aren't hugely involved in football operations anyway. They sort of leave it to someone like Richard Arnold. What will his arrival mean moving forward?
Well, I think he wants to make big changes, especially to the football side of Manchester United. I think commercially he will look at United and think it's still pretty well run. I think it's not as far ahead of the opposition off the pitch as it used to be. I think his focus is going to be on matters on the pitch. Now, I think that would mean him bringing his own people in. Would he?
So that means he'll bring his own people. So Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Richard Arnold, John Murtaugh, Darren Fletcher, your jobs are all up for grabs right now. And he might get the right people. I'm hearing Paul Mitchell as well. Let me read. Let me continue playing this, guys. I don't want to get guys too excited, you know. Don't get excited. Again, because I just can't get excited. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
Bring in a new chief executive? Would he bring in a sporting director? Would Dave Brailsford, for instance, be involved, who runs the sports operations at Ineos? You know, what kind of experience does he have in football? We know he was extraordinarily successful in cycling. He has been working with Sir Jim Ratcliffe at his football clubs Nice and Lausanne as well. But Manchester United are on a different scale to those clubs. I think his focus to begin with is going to be on football matters. But I go back to this question. How can he run everything if he only owns 25% of the club? I think maybe we'll have some more clarity later this week. We'll find out whether he has a route to...
Exactly, guys. We're going to find clarity during the end of this week. We must know something by the end of this week. Are we going to have money for January transfer window? Are we buying a new track? Is he investing to play? Because we need to know. We need to know. I want to know what we are doing. Like Joe says, I want to know, you know. I want to know. I want to know. So I can be your one. And they don't even think about us, you know. I want to know. I want to know, bro. I want to know if you're going to invest in us. So I can decide whether I still want to be a Man United fan. All I really want to do is be happy. Come on, man. I will always be a Man United fan. It is what it is, man. I was born a Man United fan and I died as a Manchester United fan. I decided to pick this team, you know. Like you decide to marry a certain girl, you stick with them.
To a full takeover, how long will that take? But again, I think it is a messy situation. For instance, I was speaking to somebody this morning and they said to me, look at what's happened to Newcastle United, how well they're doing on and off the pitch. Now, imagine if the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia had only bought 25% of Newcastle United and Mike Ashley was still effectively the majority owner of Newcastle United. What kind of state do you think they would be in today? So I think United fans wanted a clean break with the Glazers, but for the
clean slate, clean break is what we needed, guys. Thank you, Carlo.
Time being, that is not what they're getting. The clean break with the Glazers, but for the time being, that is not what they're getting.
You mentioned there the two other clubs that they own, or Sir Jim Ratcliffe owns, in Nice and Lausanne. If you looked at those two clubs, particularly Nice, would the alarm bells be ringing a little?
I think Nice are doing pretty well at the moment, but it's taken quite a long time for them to get into this position. They are second in the French First Division. They're unbeaten this season. They've got an exciting young team with a young coach as well who used to work with Roberto De Zerbi, who's at Brighton now. But it's taken them a while to get to this stage.
You see that, as I said before, it's taken a while for them to get to this stage. He bought Nice a couple of seasons ago. And now they are at this situation. It's taking a while. With us, we don't have time. We don't have a while. We need things now. We want now. And it doesn't seem like they will give us now.
At Brighton now. But it's taken them a while to get to this stage. I think under Sir Jim Ratcliffe, they finished 9th a couple of times. They finished 5th a couple of times. That is not going to be acceptable as far as Manchester United are concerned. When it comes to Lausanne, I think when he bought them, they're the first football club he bought. I think they were relegated. Then they've been up and down a few times. I think they're back in the Swiss Premier League at the moment. He has built them a new stadium, but I think the stadium is, something like 12, 13,000 seater capacity stadium. So again, not at the level that Manchester United are at.
And you mentioned what it might mean for the manager, Erik ten Hag. He has had so much to contend with at the start of this season with matters off the field, which shouldn't really be anything to do with him. What might this mean for him?
Look, I can't put words into his mouth. I can't tell you what he's thinking, but the information I have, the sense I have is that he's like any other football manager. He wants clarity. He wanted this situation sorted out one way or the other quickly. Like fans, he didn't want this whole process to go on for 11 months. And when he, watched TV or read the papers yesterday, again, more questions rather than answers as far as he's concerned. He wants clarity. He wants to know who he's going to be answerable to. He wants to know who's going to be calling the shots, who is going to be having the decisions when it comes to which players they can sign. He wants to know, will he have more funds than he had last summer? Will he be able to sign players like Harry Kane, like Declan Rice going forward?
Well, like Mbappe, who the Qataris were saying that's who we'd have brought with us.
Well, I'm not sure the Qataris actually said that themselves, but there have been reports today, I think in German media, that if the Qataris had bought Manchester United, they would have tried to sign players like Kylian Mbappe. Now, I'm not sure whether to believe those reports. I think it would have been almost impossible for United, even under the Qataris, to sign Mbappe. But I'm pretty sure that Erik ten Hag spoke to the Qataris. I think he was impressed with what he had to hear. And I think he knows that in this day and age, if you want to compete with Manchester City, if you want to compete with Liverpool, Newcastle United, Arsenal, the big clubs, you need major financial backing. And if you look at those clubs, none of those clubs are run by somebody who only owns 25% of them. So look, this is a step into the unknown for Manchester United, and it's a step into the unknown for Erik ten Hag as well.
All right, Carve, thank you very much for now. We'll stay with this story for just a moment because the former Manchester United first-team coach, René Mullenstein, believes a clear strategy has to be put in place to help the club move forward. Mullenstein emphasised the importance of spending money on Old Trafford and the club's Carrington training ground if United are to have any chance of competing with Europe's elites.
At the end of the day, it's hard.
You see, I'm going to stop it there, guys. And go back straight into it because I just think that so much was said regarding this whole takeover bid, man. I'm annoyed, guys. Let me know what your thoughts on, guys. Smash that like button, subscribe, and share across all social media platforms. We're gonna go into another article from Mike Keegan. Is it Mike Keegan from Daily Mail? Daily Mail interviewed him. Chris Sutton asked Mike Keegan, who's a journalist, who was covering the whole entire episode of this takeover. He was asked a couple of questions by Chris Sutton. If he was expected that the Glazers will still want a say on the football matters, money to pay if you're not getting those guarantees, and it's basically 1.4 billion of your money going into the pockets of somebody else. This money ain't going back to Manchester United. It's not. Not going to the playing squad or anything like that. He's going to want something in return for that. That's what we all expect him. What we are told that they will be running the football operation, so that they will be bringing in their recruitment, analysis, sports science stuff they believe will cover over the other words such as cycling. So that they believe it will cross over from other worlds such as cycling. I don't understand. Doesn't make no sense. So Jimmy United had to pay 1.54 billion for a 25% stake in Manchester United. That's a joke. So they turned down 8 billion. Almost 8 billion. There's mention that Sir Dave Brelford will be an involvement will have an involvement. It's almost likely it's almost like they get to play football manager with the biggest football club in this country. Keegan added that while Ratcliffe and his team will want to make their mark at Old Trafford, fans shouldn't expect a huge spend on new players in January transfer window. There will have to be something for the fans to grab onto. I'd be amazed if there wasn't a promise of investment in the playing squad, which there has to be. Otherwise, you can't sell anything to me. But United have to play by financial fair play rules. And at the moment, they are being punished for previous failures in the transfer windows. Outstanding fees and payoffs store money for other transfers. It hasn't been a spectacular period in a transfer window for United, and that continues to hurt them. One of the big things is that it's going to change whoever is at United, and they need to get players out. Harry Maguire is on to watch on that radar. On that front. It isn't as if Jim Ratcliffe can come in and say, "Here's 400 million, go and fix it." That's just isn't going to happen, innit? It's not. It's not. Sir David Brailford could have an involvement as Manchester United when Ratcliffe comes in, and that's him right there. I'm not too sure about him. I'm not too sure about this guy. Keegan also told the show that United Chief Executive Richard Arnold and Football Director John Murtough will be seriously concerned about their jobs when Ratcliffe expects to be appointing his own staff. He said, "I know throughout the process there was a view from within Old Trafford from a lot of people who are for obvious reason who would not go public with this. They preferred a victory for Sheik Jassim and the Qatari bid. They thought that if the Qataris won, their methods of operation is that they allow everybody to make a case for themselves to learn about the business. There is a belief that Surgeon Ratcliffe team has their expertise there and have a plan for what they want to do and people ready to come in." I'm hearing that, Paul Mitchell might be involved in that. So if it's the football operation, I'd thought people like John Murtough and Richard Arnold will be looking over their shoulders. It's true, no? They should be looking over their shoulders because I've never really been too impressed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't been impressed with Ratcliffe. Murtough and Richard Arnold's operations of Manchester United. It's been shit. It's been really, really shit. And I'm looking for more news for you guys. Of course, regarding the Twitter feeds. Let's go straight into it because we've come close to the end of the show. I'm so pissed off. We got one done. Just one done, man. How do you come towards the end of the stream? And of course, we got to Red Devil Studios. Red Devil Studios back. One done says, "Fuck Jim Ratcliffe, and fuck the Glazers. Rest in peace, United." Rest in peace to Manchester United. Look at Bruno Fernandes. So let me get some more news. Obviously, add news regarding who will come in. It's just disappointing. So let's go straight into it. Let me go back to my Twitter feeds. We're at the end of the show, guys. We just got towards the end. I know what I mean. Like, you take the comments there. So let me zoom in right there. Hey, where is it? So yep. Let me zoom out right there. Okay, Sir Jim Ratcliffe set to axe John Murtough upon his arrival at Manchester United. Comes from the United Focus. Breaking news: Seville are amongst the club's interest in signing Mason Greenwood in permanent transfer window. Yeremy Pino, Nico Williams, and Antonio Nusa are options to replace Jadon Sancho. Sergio Gnabry and Martin Terrier pre-injuries are also an option. Borussia Dortmund are willing to do a loan to buy around 30 million. Newcastle are interested in Jadon Sancho. Don't sign that Jadon Sandwich. He's a waste. He is a waste. Oh, wow. What's the 8 goals for Erling Haaland? Okay. Let me continue scrolling down. Ratcliffe would be spending so much time on the money and so much time and money if he didn't feel that he could make a real difference on and off the pitch. He's extremely successful businessman, but it's fair to say his investment in sports haven't always paid off. It's true. It's true. Breaking former general director of PSG and CEO of Juventus, Jean-Claude Blanc could be set for a key role at Manchester United under Sir Jim Ratcliffe. So it's almost certain that Sir David Bradford will play a key role at Manchester United going forward. Team Ineos. Yeah, I don't know what's the name saying. Lots of other people have been asking whether Sheik Jassim could try to buy a different club. We've been told that that's Carvey said that not something that he's considering at the moment. We're told that he's a United fan and that was why he wanted United. It's fair to say he's been offered. So much shit, man. So much shit. I feel I'm gonna say that in the short term, the Glazers believe that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is someone that they can work with as business partners. Hey yo, Sheikh Masood, offer them 50%. 50%. 3.7 billion. And then cover the rest in the next coming. If you know what, you have to give them something. Offer 50%. At least 70%. I take 70%, you guys get 30%. They want to eat from this. They really want to eat from this. So, Ineos plans to invest in the club structure, stadium, training centers, and etc. According to Fabrizio Romano on his podcast, here we go. I don't believe it. Eric Ten Hag will receive reassurance he is part of Sir Jim Ratcliffe's plan for Manchester United if the British billionaire reaches a deal to run the sporting side of the club. It's something. It's something. At least he gets to run the sporting side. Sir Jim Ratcliffe will be handed the keys to Manchester United as soon as this week. Sir Jim Ratcliffe plans to appoint a new sporting director at Manchester United. Paul Mitchell is being considered. I'm going to stop there, guys, because we have come to the end of the show, guys. Do you know what? It's been one heck. Something for me to digest and take, and it's really hurtful, guys. And I'm really pissed off. We are back live Thursday, 5 p.m. to give you the latest Manchester United news. And we are live on Saturday, 7:40 p.m. for the watch-along. Manchester United are playing. And we're back live on Sunday, 8 p.m. as well for the catch-up to review that game as well, guys. So make sure Saturday, Sunday, just make sure you tune in. Make sure you subscribe to Red United TV and join the fun as well. As always, guys, it's been beautiful. So make sure you subscribe and follow Red United TV on Instagram and follow Ivorian Spice on Twitter. Me, myself, same on Instagram as well. And follow Red United TV on Twitch as well. And also Rumble. It has been one of them shows today, guys. But do you know what I'm saying, guys, man? We can only be optimistic about the current situation and hope that something good comes out of it, you know. As much as I'm upset, I hope something good does come out of this situation. But it is what it is, guys. This has been your latest Manchester United news. We'll see you on Wednesday. Till next time. Peace out.